Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's Shanna. I'm so glad you're here today. Now, we are ready to open up day 8, and this is an interesting size. I was kind of perplexed at what this might be because it certainly wouldn't be an embossing folder, and it just, the size kind of threw me. What we've got here is a Happy Day banner, and we've got the sentiment portion with a happy day, and then we've got some backer dies to go with it. So we're just going to get this opened up, and we're going to work with this today. So I'll just get that paper out of the box. We'll close it, get this out of the way, and we're going to take a look at it. So I'm going to get it out of the plastic, and we'll just lay it out here and take a quick look at it. So I hope you all have been enjoying this series. I've really been enjoying doing it. It's been so fun each day to just open something up and just kind of get my creative wheels a-spinning and try and figure out what I'm going to do with it. And what's fun is we're 8 days in now, and so we've got lots of things to build off of. And so we've got some options, and obviously it's just going to keep increasing each day as we go. But so what we've got here are these 3. You've got the happy day, and then you have the 2 that are attached that have the 3 and the 5 pieces there. And then you've got a separate one that is single if you want a detached one just for whatever reason. Say, for instance, you want to do like rotate your colors behind your banner, and you could use it to kind of piece different colors in there. So that's what we've got. That's what we're going to work with. And I have grabbed some scrap paper from my scrap bin, and we're just going to use these things. This is Dahlia cardstock from Spellbinders, and I'm just going to cut a strip. I don't need that much, and I want to just make a single pass and get all this stuff die cut out. Now you can see I'm not using that single die because I'm not going to rotate colors or change my colors. I'm just going to have a white backer for my banner, and I'm just showing you that. I'm not going to use that. That's the single one. And if you'd want to, say you'd want to go white, blue, or something like that, or just a rainbow color, you could just do, all the different colors, and then you could lay them down on these full pieces and have your different colors. So I'm just going to get these die cut out, and we're going to get to assembling this Happy Day banner. I'm bringing my tweezers in because I know I'm going to need that and my glue, and we'll just pop this out. And so this is all attached, and then you have the other 2 that are separate. And it's kind of stuck on my plate there because these plates are well loved. And we'll get these out of here and popped out. I left this video real time. This was a really quick make, and so we're just going to get after it. Now, since I'm using Spellbinder cardstock and it's heavy, I'm actually having to kind of push these out. Now, if you use lesser expensive cardstock that's not, the weight is not as heavy, those likely will come right out. They'll probably be laying on your plate when you get ready to pull your banner up. But this heavier cardstock has a tendency to want to hang on to it. And so I'm just going to push them all out. We're going to get all these bits scooped up and get them out of here. Now, sometimes you can piece them and make the letters, but I'm not going to do that. You could save them, and you'd have Happy Day there that you could reassemble them, but I'm not going to do that. I just pitched them. I'm going to get some glue laid down on the back of this, and we're going to layer this white on there and just prepare to use it. And I'm just going to glue up one word at a time and try and get it lined up and everything. I noticed I've got some little die cut threads, paper threads on there, and I was trying to work them off. You'll probably see me fuss with it a little bit. I'm trying to get all the little, just little die cut hairs off of it. We'll give it a good press, try and get it lined up. I'm going to use my tweezers to get any glue or any little hairs that paper hairs that I'm seeing there, and just clean it up. And now we'll get our happy backer laid on there. And it's nice that they do those attached like this so that you can keep it all in one piece and easily lay it down on there and not have to piece, every one of these banners. And if you, like I said, want to piece the colors, the different colors, you just die cut them out and then lay them down on these attached ones. Glue them down on the attached ones and then put it on the back of your happy day. Okay, we're going to get this lined up and get it going. And we've got a nice little banner for our card. So I have prepared some elements that we're going to work with to go along with this banner. And we're going to have a cute little card. So I'm just trying to make sure I got my whites all lined up nicely behind there. I'm just moving them while they're wet and trying to get them pieced, nicely. So there we go. We're all set and we're ready to go. I guess I'm going to fuss with it a little bit more. And I'm going to bring my card elements in and we're going to get to assembling. So you can see I've taken our embossing folder and I've got our little dog and our flowers. I've got a couple of colors of cardstock here from Spellbinders. Now this one I'm going to do a technique with. Now I have lots of embossing folders, but I thought I would do this in case you don't. I've just got my scoreboard and I'm just going to put a score at every, I think I do every ½ inch, and it'll just create a striped texture on this panel. Now, if you have, large embossing folders, just emboss away and add some dimension and interest to your base or panel. But I thought there might be people that don't have embossing folders, and I just wanted to show this as a way that you can add some texture to your cardstock and just make it a little bit more interesting. Now, I didn't do this perfectly, but it'll be fine because I'm going to lay a panel on top of it. I'm going to use this Dahlia panel here and just lay it right on top of that. And you can see we've got that striped pattern there that just kind of adds a little extra interest to it. And so that's an idea if you don't have embossing folders and you have a scoreboard. If you make your own card bases, or you have a scoring board for other purposes or whatever. It's just a handy thing that you can do. So I just thought I'd show it real quick. Now I'm realizing as I'm doing this voiceover that I didn't do the inside of the card. And I'm trying to get into the habit of doing it. And I had a subscriber mention that today, and I was like, oh, I need to get in the habit of doing it. And then I failed to do that, so I apologize. But I'm going to try and do that more often, the insides. I was, and I'm mainly trying to stick to the elements of the kit, or the kit as much as possible. But you could certainly use one of those stamps from the mushroom set that was included and stamp the inside of the card and use that on the inside of this card. But like I said, I was actually watching, as I was doing this assembly, I was actually watching some videos and stuff, and so I just kind of got lost in that as I was assembling it. And anyway, so we're going to give this a good press. I'm going to use this embossed strip here to lay down on the top of our little pink cardstock. And we've got our banner there, we've got our dog, and I brought in 3 flowers, and I just kind of used the basically, I guess I've got 4 colors. I've got white, I've got dahlia, I can't think of what the teal color is, and then I've got, I think this is, I want to say anchor, but I might be wrong on that. Anyway, I'll try to list them below. But anyway, it's Spellbinders cardstock. And so I just try to keep my colors kind of simple and just kind of a reoccurring theme with the colors. So we're just going to get some glue laid down on here. And then we'll get our banner laid down on our card. And we'll put our elements together, and they'll come together really quickly. I'm just trying to get it laid down on there nice and neat and get it positioned. I'm trying to position evenly on the sides and I had to kind of reposition it. There we go. And I'll just bring my tweezers in and clean up kind of the stray glue that I've got going on there. And I think it looks cute. I think the colors are very happy, and I thought they kind of went with that sentiment. I thought just kind of bright, happy colors. Even with the gray, and this, our little dog's got the gray ears and the gray spots and the little gray tail, and I thought that was cute. We did a black and white on day one. I think you could do a little brown dog too, and that would be super cute. And I just used that teal color for his collar, and we've got the pink for his tongue, and I have bumped my camera, so it's shaking a little bit, so I apologize for that. I did try to edit out a little bit of the wobbling that was going on there. And we'll just get our little dog laid down on here. So cute. Such a fun little die. And then we've got 3 flowers, and I'm just going to kind of cluster them together and just fill in some of that extra space that we've got on our panel. And I'm going to glue the 2 white ones flat, and then we'll pop the teal colored one up. And I just used the gray for the leaves. And like I said, just kind of continued with our color scheme. And then we'll just bring in one of those foam squares and pop this up. And we'll just tuck this in there. And I think it looks super cute. Now, I'm going to grab some embellishments and bring them in. I've just got some, I don't know, these are like opal gems from Spellbinders. And I'm just going to use the little bitty ones and just kind of sprinkle them around in different spots on the card and just fill in some areas and just add a little bit of sparkle to it. This is really a pretty simple card. And that, you know, I didn't really use any nested dies or anything like that. I just used my paper trimmer and cut them down. And I actually had grabbed for that pink layer, it was a scrap piece, and I thought, well, that'll work, and I just kind of trimmed it to make it work for that. That's one thing nice about this advent calendar is you can use a lot of your scraps up because you've got some little bitty dies and stuff. I know I probably said that on another day, but it is... you can really make a good use of your scraps. So that'll finish up our card. We've got a little textured background on that background panel. We've got our little dog, our flowers, our banner, and we've used our embossing folder. Now I'm just going to take the number 8 and just lay it down on here. I custom made an envelope for this, and just because I looked at it and I was like, I don't know what that is. And so I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and make one. And so we've got a little envelope for our banner die set, and I'm just going to get this laid down on there, and then we'll know what's in there. Give it all a good press. And I have been saving the plastic sleeves that these have been coming in and sliding them back in there based upon subscriber comments and recommendations, and I think it's a great recommendation just to keep all of the bits and pieces from falling out. And you know, if my flap would come open, everything should stay together because we've got this little package and it's sealed up, and we're just going to slide it in there, and I will later hole punch it and add it to my ring of pieces. So I'm going to write 2025, and I'll write the number of pieces on the back of it. And then that will pretty much finish up our make for the day. So I think it turned out nice. I did take a picture so that you'll be able to kind of see a close-up of it. I hope you like it. If you do, hit that like. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you subscribe. See you on day 9.